So today I thought we'd just look at a handful more Daleks, some various different ones here. What's the best way to do this? So this doesn't, this has the pullback action, it says. And I assume that means you pull it back and then it shoots forward on the spring action. Sucker arm and movable gun, movable eyepiece. Apparently around 1987 as well on this particular version. Let's take a peek at the next one. Okay, now this one, instead of being a pullback, says friction drive. As originally produced, so it's a reproduction of the Lewis Marks one. And again, 1987. If you guys know more about the dates and the various versions they did, feel free to leave comments down below. I think the rest of us are all happy to learn. Friction drive on this one, which should mean flywheel drive. So it's going to have all the same information that the last white and red one that we just looked at had. And here's an all gray, which they would call silver, friction drive. Everything else about the package is the same. And this one appears to be a little different. One of a series with movable limbs, it says. Smaller than the other ones. I can't really see the wheels on the bottom, but since it makes no claim to friction or anything else. And up here again, 1987 when this came out. In case you want to try to read all that really small print. And here's another friction drive in gold. Yep, you can see everything there. Packaging is the same. Depot model railways, made in England, 1987. And this looks a lot like the one that we looked at in that kit that I had. So this could be just an individually packaged freewheeling one. Doesn't appear to have any pullback functions. Looks like I paid 12 bucks for it back in the day. It was made in Hong Kong, 1987. And then finally, and I'm sure I have the box for this because it's so minty. I've got the battery cover off so I could put the 3 AA batteries in there, plus the battery door itself has a date of 2001. If we can get the reflections right for it to show up on camera. So basically it has lights and a sound chip. You can move the stalks around. Speakers in the bottom. I think we're back around again. I do like to show things with their boxes. The box didn't seem to be sitting right next to the toy, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time looking for it. In making these videos, what takes more time than anything is locating the boxes, because they're not always sitting right next to the toys. And in some cases it takes years. I mean, back when I did the video on, where is he? On the big Dalek back there. I could not find that box for more than a year. And then I was just walking down this aisle, which I'd walked down a million times, and the box was sitting right there. So as you know, a few days ago I shot the video on that one. But that's just an example how stuff can be staring you right in the face and you can't see it. Another example would be, I want to do a video on the 4 different rad robot variations. Now these are big boxes, so you're going, well, how could those be hard to find? Well, I don't know. But I mean, the rad 1, the rad version 2, the rad version 2 SE, the rad 3, the rad 4. And so far I've only spotted a couple of boxes, and I don't want to start with rad 4. I want to start with rad 1. So over on this side, down on the bottom, there were some boxes, and here's a rad voice command. So I believe that's the rad 4. So if I can ever find the other boxes, the other 4 boxes counting the small one, I plan on doing a video on all those rad bots. But that's just an example. There's so many toys. I mean, you're well over 4,500, whatever it is, toys out here, and they get moved around from place to place, and their boxes are all out here, but not always right next to the toy. Makes it kind of hard when you want to shoot videos on them. But for today, I think that'll wrap it up. For the Daleks, there are probably some more floating around. These all happen to have been within 2 cases of each other, so I decided I would just keep grabbing them. And the other ones that would be floating around out here, including Canine and all those will just have to be other videos other days, because they're not sitting right next to these. And kind of like to get, like I just said, everything boxed together, and if I can find the boxes. It gives us more information. I mean, I'd love to know more about that guy from 2001. It's boxes out here somewhere, but can't see it. And I could be looking right at it, and I still can't see it.